Hey, how's it going, guys? So here we have the semifinals match of the Montclair League Cup. On our right, we have Mark Garcia, and on our left, we have Biox Guajardo. Uh, Mark is playing Zoroark Lycanroc, which is really good right now in the format, and Biox is playing Towards List, which is Zoroark, Gardevoir, Gallade, which is really good too. I know I was running it for a while, and I kind of gave up on it and went back to straight Guardy. I'm still trying to perfect a good straight Guardy list. I feel that Guardy is where you want to be right now with the format how it is. But yeah, so we see Mark. He starts off. He has a parallel out. He has a DC on his Rock Roof that's active, and he also has Zorora on the bench. Biox unfortunately started Giratina, but it's good that he's running the Giratina because there was a lot of Greninja that day. But he does get a Lele and does get a Zora and a Routes. And that's all he got. So I'm guessing he's out of Pokemon, basic Pokemon in his deck, which is it's not good for him, you know? So he ends up passing. And then we see Mark use Bloodthirsty Eyes, brings up the Routes, and plays an Ultra Ball, gets a Lele, and grabs a Sycamore. So Mark's going to draw 7 cards, and his Lycanroc's ready to go. It already has a strong energy on it, so it will be getting a knockout on this Routes. We see Mark put down a Zora and a Rockruff, and he gets a knockout on the Routes. Biox brings up Lele, plays a Zoroark from his hand, Ultra Balls for a Routes, which is weird. Like, why didn't you grab that Routes with your Bridget? I don't know. I don't understand. He must have had some reasoning behind it. Anyways, plays Cynthia. Draw 6 cards. We see Trade, gets rid of a Bridget. We see DCE. So there's 100 on the Lycanroc. It's now Mark's turn. We see N. So they're both going to shuffle and draw the amount of prizes that they have. Mark has 5. Biox has 6. The more that I say his name, the more that I get used to it. Biox. It's actually a very interesting name. Obviously, he's Hispanic, but I don't know if he changed his name when he turned 18. If he did, that's pretty awesome. And I kind of want to know what the origin of his name is. So we see a trade from Mark Garcia. Sorry, guys. I'm just interested in the name. It's cool. Biox. B-E-A-U-X. Biox. Kind of like Byakugan. Not just kidding. Anyways. We see Mark Garcia do a Righteous Beating. Does 100 to the Lele and passes turn. Getting his Lycanroc out of harm's way because he does not want it to die. We do see an Enhanced Hammer from Biox. Gets rid of that strong charge or strong energy. And we see Mallow. Probably going to go for like a Rare Candy Gallade combo if he doesn't already have the Gallade in his hand. And then since he hasn't used his trade, he'll be able to get it and up and running. So he does grab those 2 cards, put some on top of his deck. We see the trade. And now we're going to see what he went for. He went for a Fairy Energy. We see a Puzzle Time, gets 3 cards, rearranges them. And does 100 across, or does 80 to the Zoroark. So now it's Mark's turn. So Mark's looking at his discard pile, trying to figure out what's left in there. Let's see a Mallow from his side. You can see double puzzle, grabs a puzzle and a fighting energy. We do see trade, we do see Lycanroc, we do see him put an energy on the Lycanroc and gets a knockout with Righteous Beating. He ends up knocking out the Routes that had the 1 energy on it, and it passes his turn. So Biox plays an N of his own, We do see a trade from him, and he plays another routes on the bench. We see Fairy Energy on the routes on the bench, and he does another 80 to the Zoroark. We see another Zoroark come down from Mark's side. We see trade, second trade. And we see Bridget. So Bridget for one, which is interesting. I guess Mark is trying to capitalize on his Zoroarks so he can maximize his draw engine. We do see Biox promote routes after his Lele died. We see Malo from his side. And he grabs 2 cards. He does have a trade available, so he will be getting those 2 cards and putting them into his hand. Gets rid of the Mew, knows that he doesn't need the Mew in this situation. We do see Rare Candy evolves the routes into a Gallade. We see Premonition. Rearranging those 5 cards so then he can maximize his draw next turn. We see DC come down on the Gallade. So this Gallade's going to get a knockout right now. So it knocks out the Zoroark. And the good thing about this, so look at the board presence. Biox only has 2 Pokemon on the bench, so he can't be knocked out by the Lycanroc. The Zoroarks aren't doing enough to knock out the Gallade. So he kind of is in a good position where he's not going to lose this Gallade, and this Gallade's going to be able to take out another Pokemon for 2 prizes. So he'll either go for the Lycanroc that already has damage, or he'll go for a fresh Zoroark for a 1-hit KO. So he's kind of in a really good position right now. So we see Mark playing Azora, or was thinking of playing Azora. I guess he's leaving his bench open for a Lele when needed, which is really smart. Acerola brings up the Lycanroc from harm's way. He does play another Zora and pass his turn. We do see double puzzle from Biox. He grabs routes and an N and ends his opponent. So honestly, like, I don't think that was a really good play. Your opponent has Zoroarks. He's gonna be able to maximize his hand anyways, so N wouldn't have helped you out that much. Maybe I don't really know what he had in his hand, but going for like a what's it called? A Guzma play would have been great, but your bench is kind of limited, so that kind of hurts as well. So we see 130 to this Lele. Guzma DCE for the win. So Mark takes the first one, so they're gonna go into game 2. But you see how quickly it was turned around with just 1 Gallade. So usually in this matchup, you want to set up 2 Gallades, and once you set up 2 Gallades, like you're pretty much set. Like and you only need probably like in this scenario, you only need 1 Zoroark. It kind of sucked that he had that Giratina open, but even so, like, there was ways for him to play around it. But yeah, I don't really know what he got with Malo when he used it, but I would have gotten like my Gallade components, you know, and there was no way for him to like one-shot it, so I would have been able to like punish him for attempting to kill my Gallade, you know. But it happens. So yeah. Oh yeah, anyways. So they're going to go to game 2. Biox is going to start us off. He Mogans, which is not cool, but it is what it is. And Mark opens up a basic Pokemon. We get another Mogan from Biox. So I'm not 100% sure, but we don't see Mark too often, like in the Pokemon community. We all know who he is, right? But we don't see him as often as we should. But I think he already has his invite to Worlds, which is very interesting. Oh my god, he opened up Giratina again. No! Well, at least this time around, he'll be able to maximize on his Bridget. So he'll be able to get 3 Pokemon out before he gets Parallel City. He does go for 2 routes and 1 Zoroark, which is really good. That means he's going to start... Hopefully he set up his Gallades. Hopefully he's running 2 Gallades. And there's a parallel from Mark. We do see a Tapu Lele come down. So yeah, so I think Mark is like almost at Worlds. Like he's very close in points. I'm not 100% sure, but we don't see him too often. But when he does show up, he just maximizes on points, which is really good. I just wanted to state that for those of you that didn't know. So we do see a Bridget come down from Mark's side. He does go for 2 Zoroarks and a Lycanroc. We do see a Mallow from Biox's side. Quickly knows what he's going for, so grabs 2 cards, puts them on top of his deck. We see a Zoroark trade, grabs those 2 cards. We see double Candy and evolves a Gallade and a Gardevoir and passes turn. We did see Premonition before he passed his turn, so he does rearrange his deck. We see 2 Zoroarks come down from Mark's side, and we see a trade. So this Mew could be the turning factor of why Biox wins. It's in Gallade's striking distance, so Gallade can easily get a knockout on this Mew, and that'll give him that 2 prize lead. Also, the fact that Mark is setting up Zoroarks, he has 2 Zoroarks on the board, will also help him get that prize lead. So Mark passes after playing a Sycamore. We do see a DC come down on the Gallade, and we see a Cynthia after he played a Floatstone on the Giratina. So this Gallade's gonna knock out this Mew, like I was telling you guys, and that's gonna put him in a really, really good spot. We do see the Field Blower. We do see Floatstone. Gallade comes up, gets a knockout, and he did play Field Blower, so he's not under parallel, so that's really good. Like I told you guys, this matchup is very close. It's not like one-sided or anything, so we're probably going to see a turn of events here, which is really good. So we do see Mark play Lele. Oh, he's playing Guzma, brings up the Giratina, and drops a parallel. And does corner. Yeah, corner. Oh my god. So the good thing is he has Premonition, so if he has a Guzma, he's able to like dig for the Guzma and get out of this situation with the trade that he has on the board. So that's good. Besides that Giratina isn't going anywhere. So we do see trade. We see double puzzle. We see the Field Blower and Zora and Mallow. There you go. We see Field Blower. We see Lele for, I don't know, he didn't put it on the board, but I would hope a Guzma, so we can see a Guzma play. Yeah, there we go. Guzma brings up Zoroark and knocks it out. So Lycanroc brings up Gardevoir, puts a strong energy, so it has 2 energies ready to go for a dangerous rogue. And he's doing 200 to 20. So he's 10 short with Choice Band. There we go. So he is going to get a knockout on this Gardevoir. Um, yeah. So Byaku's at 2 prizes, so all he needs is a Guzma to kind of win this game. If he Guzmas up, yeah, there we go. So he Guzmas up the Zoroark, and that wins it for him. So I'm telling you guys, this is a very even matchup. It's not one-sided. It's like one Gallade wins you the game, as you just saw. One Gallade, one Zoroark. That's all you really need. So yeah, and also you need to like hope that your opponent doesn't get what he wants, because from what I was noticing, Mark wasn't getting any energy, so he kind of was stuck for a couple turns. So yeah. So we're on to game 3, and Mark's gonna start us off. Byaku's gets 2 basic Pokemon out, which is a Ralts and a Zora, so that's actually a good start. We do see Ultra Ball from Mark. We see Lele. We're going to see that Bridget start. There we go. 2 Zoras and a Rockruff. Oh, 3 Zoras. So I guess Mark wants to capitalize on drawing as many cards as he can, which is good. So we see a puzzle from Byaku's. We see Guzma brings up Lele, attaches energy to Ralts, and passes turn. So we see Evo Soda gets his Zoroark up and running. He plays another Zoroark. We see DCE and knockout on the Ralts. So we see an N from Byaku's. Not looking really good for Byaku's right now. He really needs to get a basic Pokemon on the board. If not, this match is over. Thank God. He gets Ralts. We see another puzzle to look at the top 3 cards, rearrange them as he wants. And we see trade and righteous beating for 40. Yeah. We do see Lele. Lele for Malo. Malo grabs 2 cards, puts them on top of his deck. He has 2 trades available, so he will be trading. Trade. And Dangerous Rogue brings up that Ralts. Enhanced Hammer gets rid of that DC and gets a knockout on the Ralts. So Mark knows very well that he can't let Byaku set up a Gallade, because if he does, that will make him lose this match. We do see Bridget brings out 2 Ralts and a Zora. And then we see Lele grabs something off camera. So I don't know what he grabbed, but hopefully a draw supporter. We do see trade, which is I guess he didn't evolve it because he didn't want to give Mark two prizes to take advantage of. But at the same time, it's like he can get it from the bench anyways, you know? So, and you don't want to be like, you don't want to lose your engine. So yeah. So we do see Guzma. We are going to see a DCE. There we go. And Mark is going to get a knockout on this Zoroark. I don't know. I feel like this match should have been played like a little differently. But at the same time, Byaku's did have kind of a rough start. So yeah. And I just saw that he is running Evo Sodas, but I didn't see an Evo Soda once throughout this match. So yeah. So we do see Energy Drive. We see Parallel come down from Mark's side. We do see double trade from him. Mark digging for a Choice Band to get a knockout on this Lele. But it looks like he's not able to get it. We do see an N. So they're both going to shuffle. He already went through his trades, so he has no trades available. if he gets a choice band, that pretty much wraps it up for this match, because he'll just use the GX, does 180, and that is the game. But he doesn't have it. So retreats, brings up Lele, and passes turn. We see another puzzle. It hurts so much to see someone use puzzle by itself and not being able to capitalize on it. So we do see Guzma, brings up routes, retreats, brings up the Lycanroc and the DC and then brings up the Lele with the choice band DC. So gets a knockout on the Lycanroc. He brings up Lele. You see trade. Trade number 2. Trade number 3. You see routes come up with Guzma. Has a Zoroark with DC, knocks it out. And this might be the game. I think they're in time. So Gallade with DC. And we see Lele for Cynthia. Cynthia plays Cynthia straight out, draw 6 cards, and that's the game, because I think they were on time. So yeah, guys, that wraps it up for this match at Montclair. Sorry guys. At Montclair. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video with anybody that's interested on the semifinals at the Montclair League Cup from last weekend. Guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.